Welcome everyone, my twin flame friends. The clock just changed from 4:15 to 16, and 4:15 is tax day, so tax day is over. So there's a message there for someone. And there's a lot of interesting energies that have been coming up this week. I just did a meditation for you guys. And first I was being shown my higher self, and then they morphed my higher self into my little girl, literally directing it into my heart as she changed into her little girl. And then they took me to my most ancient self, and my eyes, it was like ancient human. Like my skin was very thick, but my eyes were very piercing, and they became like scopes, like collapsing cups. My eyes literally projected out, and they were giving me this energy of being able to use that wisdom from my ancient being. And using your eyes as well is very important in healing. And then they took me to it was a little boy, probably like 4 years old, maybe 5, but I don't think any older than that. And it seemed to be a little black boy, and his hair was kind of crazy big, like his hair was bigger than he was. And he was singing his little butt off. And they were showing me that child because it was reminiscent of Michael Jackson, but it wasn't Michael Jackson. It was a different person. And it's funny too, because there was some family visiting my next door neighbor today, and the wild child kind of energy was coming up today. So he was singing his little butt off, and so cute because his hair was like bigger than his body was. And it wasn't like an afro or anything. It was just wide and just free, kind of freestyle. But he was, singing his little butt off like Michael Jackson would be. And then Mickey Dolenz came up. So I had no reason to think of the monkeys, but I did. And Mickey Dolenz I haven't thought of in years, but he came up, and there wasn't much news on him other than he's the last man standing of the monkeys. And his birthday is March 8th, 45, which adds up to 30, which is the 4 of Wands in union. And March 8th is a significant date for me as well. But it's also coming up. So this energy of celebrating his birthday coming up as the last of the monkeys. And there's a reference to the monkeys as far as our evolution. So that was very interesting, the way it was coming up. So, again, referencing the age that we're in and letting go of that kind of caveman personality, that's done. Tax day's done. So let's see how the war was won is then coming up. Oh, because I forgot to tell you that Mickey Dolenz was back in 22 was suing the CIA for information they had dug up on the 4 of them from Vietnam, anti-war efforts where they performed. So he was suing the CIA in 22. I don't know what's going on with that now. I think he's 78 years old. But I wanted to show you the pictures too, because the picture that came up of him was so not what I remembered him as. So I'm dating myself. A lot of you may not know the monkeys at all. But this is Mickey Dolenz with his hair crazy like that. And I've never seen him with his hair crazy like that. Or I don't remember him this way. The picture that you'd remember him by is, here's the, the news about the CIA. But this is the way he was remembered. His hair is very straight and a very different look. So he wants to be seen as this other energy with his free hair. And there may be something else that will come up with him. I don't think it ends there. But he's the last of the monkeys, as tax day was gone, and now it's 420. So, and my son always comes up with 420 because he was born at 420. I've brought that up at least 5 times in the past month or two. He was born at 420, and his room number was 420, and 42 is the 2 of Cups with that 0 energy supporting the 2 of Cups, that one-to-one connection. And also tax day was just coming up prior to that, and his name is Matthew, and Matthew in the Bible is the tax man. And then was also coming up, nope, that's it. So there's something Now there's a Matthew that wants to come up, but I'm not connecting on what Matthew it is. And Matthew Broderick was coming up. I don't know why. I don't know if he's in the news, but you can check that out if you want. So I have my message of the day, and I have my 7 read for the twin, or 7 deck read for my twin flames, which I haven't done in a long time. So I have that for you. It's a really cool read too. Some very definitive union energies in this read, so which never comes up. All right, so this is very significant as well. I'm going to pull from the Fortune's Oracle to set the tone, and then we're going to get into the message of the day first, which is also very significant energies. There's this energy of the 144 and 007, so James Bond was coming up, the 7 being very significant, and the key to the 000s, right, 007, that 7 being the 3rd key of alchemy, right, because we're in Pisces now. So Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces are the 3 keys after graduation for the alchemist. So there was a reference there as well. And 26 is coming up again, is very significant as far as the year. So remember, 26 is the 1 year because it's 2026, it's the 10. So that may be why it's significant, because that is the 1 cycle. It's starting over again. And the 26 keeps coming up for me as Newton's cradle as well, which also comes up in this message. And then the numbers keep coming up, the 3s and 7s. So 777 is the 3 keys, but also 37 is the 3 keys, and also unconditional love of the King of Cups, which also was, the King of Cups is right here in the read, and he's right here in the read as well. He's reversed there. So as far as the numbers too, when I was out today, dropping off cars for inspections and stuff, I was behind a bus, and the bus plate was 3337, and the route number on the bus was 77. So the Sovereign, and then the 33 of the Christ vibration, and the 37, which is the King of Cups and unconditional love. So there's this very profound energy. And again, like I said, this time of year, lots of synchronicities come up about Easter and the resurrection. So, but we were also getting a closing out of that energy, the old energy of Pisces and Jesus as representative of that age. So let's see what the Fortune's Oracle has for us first. Okay, and we got to open the windows today. It was really nice out. It was really nice out. All right, so you have Judgment coming up. And this card is a very interesting Judgment card, because Judgment is about perhaps making a judgment, but making decisions. You know, it's also the wake-up call, but it's with the number 14, which is the Temperance card of patience and balance, the angel, taking one step at a time. And we also have this book wide open, so referencing the living library and the binding that binds the pages together, releasing steam here, right? The reference to seeing the book as each page separately, and then the book as a whole, but also referencing like a movie as opposed to a picture, right? Where the pictures become the movie if you speed them up together. So there's the same reference to the deck of cards as well, which also came up from someone talking online today about the deck being the whole, and then each card being each frequency of the whole, right? You can see them in both ways as the parts. You know, when we slow down frequency vibration, we can then see each part as opposed to the whole, which if you speed it up, you'd only see the whole. So, but you know they're both present at the same time, right? Because you're looking at the book. You're seeing all the pages, but you're also seeing them separately, one at a time. So soul searching will bring inner peace to many areas of your life. And here's that energy of being patient, not just with others, but with yourself. Connecting with the stars is coming up in this card, as well as like bubbling, the story bubbling up off the pages. There was I went to a yoga retreat with my sister, which is reminiscent. That's funny, coming full circle. The next card coming up, I'm not going to put this out, but the eagle, I wanted to show you a second card next to it for reference. We have the 9 of the Hermit, the eagle soaring over the range of mountains, that you'll soar towards your destiny with greater clarity and strength. And this is Virgo energy. So you have Sagittarius with the 14, and then Virgo here, which are both mutable energies. and the dance of the dragonfly. So very interesting. The bottom of the deck is the world, which is 36. We just had this day. Today is the 37? Yeah. It is, isn't it? What's today? The 27th. 27, 28, 29, plus the 8 is 37, yeah. So we're in a 27-37 day today, which is the Ace of Wands and the King of Cups, which I posted an Instagram on that, which is all about that new passion, and then the King of Cups, who's unconditional love. So here's the underlying energy of the world and the Atlas energy of the Ten of Wands. Tesla 369 can be coming up with that as well. And the weight of the world and the map of intent, right? Making sure your intentions are pure. Because if you change your thoughts, but they're not pure of intention, it's not going to work for you. It has to come from a pure place. And there is luck behind that as well. We have the sun with the 19 and luck behind that, the 4-leaf clover, the 4 chambers of the heart's been coming up. And I'm supposed to remind people too, I saw I forget what it was from, but there was a man who had a heart attack and a little boy who instinctually went over and bit his left pinky. And that saved his life. So someone who might experience that situation needs to know that right now. And it's interesting too, because in the article about Mickey Dolenz, he was talking about, I think it was Davey who had a heart attack, but he was in perfect health. He'd just been to the doctor and then he had a heart attack. So that's coming up. All right, so we have the sun and again, fire energy here, the heart and the world, the heart of the world. The weight of the world. I'm getting baseball here too with you see how it looks like a baseball here? And then Matthew Broderick came up, and now someone from baseball is coming up. Mickey Mantle. Oh, that's weird. I would never have thought of these people. Okay. So this is the underlying energy here, and there's some kind of birthing coming through here, right? This is the 4 of the Emperor, and the L1, which is the Lambda leap, the Lambda Father, leap of faith, right, of the masculine to connect to source in order to bring in the union. The energy of the Father and Son. And I'm getting like the Holy Spirit, right, of Mother Earth, Mother Nature, which is the universe, basically. The earth, which is Mother Earth, right? And then the energy of connecting with Father, number 4, the Emperor here, and the Sun, right? So it's like Mother, Father, and Son. It's crazy how the cards come up sometimes, all right? So there's your energy. And then Mickey Mantle coming up too. So these 2 Mickeys, and then Michael Jackson, is a reference to Michael as well. So lots of Michaels. Oh, Archangel Michael. He's like, don't forget me. That's so funny. Okay. All right. So I'm going to roll the die and get right into this one. Is there anything else I've forgotten? I think that's everything. All right, for the twin flames, today is February 26, 2024. Twin flames. All right, so we have Virgo coming up here, which is also mutable after I just told you 2 mutable signs that came up, which I can't remember now. Mercury, which is also Virgo and Gemini. And then we have the number 1, which is the Magician and Gemini. All right, so you got all of the messengers right here. So 1 is also the Divine Masculine, of course. And the Sun's looking at us right there. And we have the 1, 2 of the Masculine and Feminine. And then there's the Ram, which is the North Node right now. So here we have the North Node, the Sun, the Masculine and the Feminine, and then the Messenger service here. Right. So for me, the Magician can come up as Gemini or Virgo too. And then here we have Mercury, which is Gemini and Virgo, and then Virgo over here. So very much Virgo and Gemini mercurial energies coming in here. Gemini is more of the intellectual aspect of that, and Virgo is more of the practical aspect of that. All right, so a lot of communication here, right? But Virgo is very much about purification, right? In the details. As I was talking about the pages of the book, which are the details of the book. And the energy of Mercury in alchemy is coming up with the symbol. And again, the singularity, I'm getting the point of contention, I'm getting bone of contention. So there's going to be some triggering coming up for sure. And I'm getting this contrast between Virgo and Aries butting heads, right? Very different energies regarding, and they're comparing Virgo and Aries to the masculine and feminine. Very interesting. All right, so a lot of communication, purification, definitely detoxing of the physical body's been coming up. Oh, and I want to remind you too, Chris Macklin and Global Enlightenment Project, and whenever I'm feeling out of sorts and my heart was feeling really stressed the past couple days because of the energies coming in, I go back when I wake up in the morning to do one of Chris's videos, and I couldn't find him on YouTube at all. They took him down. So I don't see any information about why he's not on YouTube, but I know that they've threatened to take him down before. And he was on Rumble, and he's always on Facebook, I believe, too. So, he posts his videos for free, unless you can afford to send him donations. So use what the tools that you have out there to help yourself heal. Because I feel he does an hour healing. It's usually like 45 to 55 minutes around there. And he does a thorough psychic healing of the whole body. He explains the whole thing as he goes, and you will feel the tingling when it references you and your issues. And there's always a release when I do his videos, and I always end up stretching in all sorts of weird ways to release things. And if you allow yourself to just follow your body's movements and what it wants to do, it really releases a lot of stuff for you. So check him out, because he's not on YouTube like he usually is. He was on Rumble, and he's definitely still on Facebook as well. And I think he's on, I don't know, Instagram, but I think he was on Twitter as well. So again, Chris Macklin, or the Global Enlightenment Project. And you can go to his website as well. Okay. I'm not being paid to say that. All right. All right. So this first is my message of the day, which was done yesterday. And then my 7-deck read was done from last night into today as well. So here's my message of the day. For those of you not familiar, I usually use 4 decks, sometimes 5. But the underlying energies here, I usually pull 3 cards unless another one wants to come out organically. And then any other cards that want to come up past that, I use for numerology, or to, finish the energy coming in for the message. So I have the Fortune's Oracle, the deck I was just using, the Journey of Love, the Wild Unknown guidebook, and then the Gilded tarot down there. Okay. And I'll bring it in a little closer so you can see the cards a little better. Hopefully the reflection's not too bad. I don't know how fuzzy it is. I only have so much control on my phone here. Okay, so here's my message of the day. I'm sorry, today's not the 26th, it's the 27th. But we're starting on the 26th, all right? So, all right. So I pulled the 4 decks from 10:26. There's the 26 and 27 again from yesterday. 10:26 a.m. to 27, 28, and 29. So that's the Page of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the 2 of Wands, or twin flame energy. Literally in the SIRIAN Starseed deck here, it's 2 flames. So it's literally twin flame energy. And then the 29 is the 3 of Wands, which comes up in this read as well here. So from this read, my messages of the day, the cards at the end of each pile came up as 1111, which they keep doing over and over again, and then I'll get another number as well. That one was 1447, or 14426 was coming up. So there's that energy of 26 again, and that year 26, and the energy that it was yesterday. And the energy of the twin flame, 1 love, and 44 life lessons was coming up, 7 keys or blessings. The co-creation of justice, grounding and integrating to inspire magic, and co-creation of the angels, 1-to-1, right? So the 2 of Cups energy with their lover. Mother, father, life, daughter, son, granddaughters, and grandsons. So this energy of 7, the reasons why, okay? So 1 love, 44 life lessons, and the 7 keys and blessings were literally coming up as your mother and father, your life, your daughter, your son, and then your granddaughters and grandsons as representation. So there's 7 blessings there. So the number 7 was coming up significantly here as 7, besides the number 7, means courteous and to sift. And the word sweven also came up with 7, which is the dream, especially a prophetic one, vision, premonition, to sleep, to become the calmness of the sea, loving and affectionate lover. And then 7 is also Eve inside S and N, where S is Sophia and capital N for me is code for Christ energy. So it's energy of the Christus Sophia with Eve inside, Eve in SN, which SN is the screen name, the liver, brother, suitor, husband, colleague, they, them. I am the energy of to kiss, to smell, sono, as in sound. I am sound, music, sleep, resound, speak, express, call, cry out, praise, sing, to sow, to sleep, to dream. The parish, representing the community, and Sock came up for SN. So Eve in the Sophia and Christ, Eve in husband, dream, sleep, sound, song. And remember, Eve is in Adam and Eve, but it's also the Eve as in the evening before. The I am, and 7 is a prophetic vision or dream, the calm of the sea, the affectionate lover, to sleep and wake up by going to sleep, the chariot to carry you home. The creation of the V inside 7 is the middle of 7, is creation, and then becomes Eve as it expands out of creation. And then the 7, which it represents not just the key, but the boomerang of creation, the calm before the storm and going within, the power of momentum that spurs onward and brings them back. The number 8, the sun day, and the spur came up. I actually have a spur in my knee. When I was little and I did gymnastics, my ligaments used to pop up over that spur, which I haven't had any issues since I grew into it. But the spurs were coming up as a trigger point, a growth that's hardened. And then the twin flame energy with 144 comes up here. They came up in the numbers and 7, but the 7 and then the 26 came up, which is literally 144 and then the 7 to the 6. And 76 or 76 back to back is the boomerang and the spiral. With the 5 ones there came up a complete set, if you put the numbers together, with 447, which in Gematria came up. The first entry was simple Gematria, where the next number, the English Gematria, was 888, which represents the union of the twins. And then the second entry was God's anointing, which was also 888. And the next was a big night for America, and then numbers, and then King Cobra encoded mankind. And then the 5th element, or that can represent ether, and that was 936, which again is that 369 Tesla energy. And so it begins with the next entry. And then the seat of Set was the 8th entry, and that came with the numbers 660 and 110. Double justice, double jeopardy, imprisoned for murder unjustly, you are then free to kill them. So it's energy of getting back, of revenge there, with patience, with dreams and synchronicities here, and the angel, the energy of the 4 to 7, the heart to crown, and the lambda leap, or lambda father leap with an open heart to boomerang. At 11:16 is the 11 of justice, the alignment of truth and balance, and the 16 of the tower, the underlying energy, again, of the number 14 in judgment, which came up here again for you. So the first card both times when I pulled this read yesterday, and it just came up for you again today. The judgment of the angels. And your story jumping off the page. And the second card that came out here is 67, as after we just described 67, which is the Knight of Pentacles. But here it comes up as the Swan. The reflecting swan comes up then too, and the butterfly of transformation here, though, with the Six of Pentacles reversed, which is a need to share. And again, this energy of the Six of Pentacles reversed is some kind of inequity or scam, right? Not sharing, or it's not fair. And we have judgment with this. And then the butterfly of transformation, right? Angelic justice, so to speak, of the humble, loyal servant. With the, right? So the one who's been punished already, unjustly, right? Then gets, a get out of jail free card, so to speak. With the binding of the pages comes Puff, the magic dragon. Each frequency, a page or picture, a channel that are all present as one book, movie, or universe, or deck, a wake-up call, announcement, or decision to open your page, your fractal of source, and not judge any of it. The neutral binding, right, because all the pages are being bound by that one binding, the neutral binding to many pages of your story, the ugly duckling, as the Knight of Pentacles here, who becomes the swan in transformation, the need to find balance, but also be okay with the imbalance, the inequity, the injustice, knowing that the universe automatically will balance itself. The underlying energy next was then at 11:35, which is justice and the wounded warrior, the Nine of Wands. The 16 of the Tower card was the lion, the lion's call, the 8 of the dragonfly in the year of the dragon, and then the 30 of the sun, which 30 just came up with Mickey Dolan on his birthday. And then 14 of judgment. That's the underlying energy of this first deck. The sudden serious roar, the call of the dragons to fly, to dance in union, in the sun, grass and flowers. Open your heart and open book. Release the pressure of judgment and patience. Dance and celebrate and let it all out. And now I'm getting shout from Animal House. A little bit louder and then a little bit softer. The tower of the lion and the dragonfly is the pulsing of the lion's heart. To release innocence versus guilt. For senses and stilts. And mother's milk. At 11:42, and there's that 42 again of 1 to 1, and 11, which is 2 ones, patience for the innocents, forgiveness for the guilty. As the first card here is the Star and the 3 of Wands, the 29, a gift from the stars, which is the name of Elena Don's book, and a serious one, with patience to clear the air so you can see all Mother's bright stars, all the lights that you are, without the rest of the story. The 33 of the unicorn, one inner child or co-RNs who believe in magic, the magnetic inner child of light and shadow, and learning to love your shadows through unity Christ consciousness, the 4D Rainbow Bridge, guided by JC and Mary Magdalene, by Archangel Michael and Metatron, electric and magnetic, frequenting as 1M, where M is the 2 ones and the V in the middle of co-creation. 2 as 1, co-creating, showing each aspect's contribution to the middle, as we just kind of went into that middle energy of 7 and the V, and here the V comes up in the middle again. The whole with the W and then the whole with an H, each light getting recognition before going home to the Om, and one big light in the dark. The original split from source to 2, a gift to collective flowering. So the initial split from source to 2, which is referencing of the twin flames, along with the clear star seeds, right, who are fresh of understanding because they're coming in direct. Source direct is what I'm getting. So the split from source in the beginning of the 2, right, the ancient ones, and then the gift to the collective along with the star seeds, the clear ones, to collective flowering and alignment to truth and balance, opening their natural crown. As then a helicopter came very close to the house at 11:53 there, which is the alignment of the Knight of Swords, the messenger of truth, the knight in shining armor. So an opening of the natural crown here, both golden and crystal are of source. So this topic of conversation came up today because around organic versus inorganic. If you made it from the earth, then everything is organic. It's just the combination may be inorganic in the way it's been put together. But everything we experience is organic because everything has consciousness and everything we create on this earth is from the earth. So it's really all organic materials, but it's the way we put it together which may be considered inorganic. So both golden and crystal are of source. The 4 of birth here, and the emperor, the lamb to father, the child reaching for the father's finger, and the father reaching out to source, or God, the finger of God. Angels, starseeds, and twin unicorns are here to align the collective flowering in a birthing of new possibility. At 11:59 is justice and alignment, and the moment before, the 59, the 5 of swords, which is the war within, the anticipation of the next, without ever getting near to the end, the underlying energy of the 36 in the cosmic butterfly, the mother's milk, and the 67 again here of the swan, of Atlas Tesla, and the Knight of Pentacles, humble, loyal servant with the weight of the world on his shoulders, who becomes the swan. You are mother's milk. And there's that energy of the Milky Way, okay? You are mother's milk feeding the world, which that was a little plug to my great-grandfather, David Lubin, because there was a book written about him called Feeding the World. You are mother's milk feeding the world, Atlas Tesla, and then they were plugging my great-grandfather, Lubin, as the swan, S-W-A-N, the S of Sophia, the W of 2 U's, and then A-N is 1, of course. Human connect to Christ consciousness, just like JC. JC's Christed aspect, your Christed aspect are the same. The toroidal field and directional movement, the love energy that with movement becomes the light. At 12:03, the first card out here is the 7 of shifting universes of signs and symbols and sounds. The 6 then to the 7 of the lovers and family going within. And the 6 and 7 is the 13 of transition, of the chariot, the vehicle of senses and senseis. From 47 to 48, the soft pearl of synchronicities and dreams and heaven in your eyes, to leaving the emotions behind to go within. Man of the earth, woman of the sky. The pearl is the result of infection. Infection is infect ion. Infect is a turn of time or struggle or exertion. It's a shift connection. In shift connection is infection. In creating the tiger lioness connection. Source energy of the lying on, as in the tiger is the source energy of and the lion is lying on S, which is Sophia. The totem pole, or the axis in which you spin on. Okay. And the axis that you spin on is coming up to the reference of the letter D, because the letter D only shows you half of the picture, right? It shows you half of the moon, half of the world, but it's insinuating spin, which means it's actually the whole world. So the energy of 14, this is a 12-12, so 2 hanging out, 2 wise ones. The 14 of falling, 2 as 1. Right, the fallen angel, but here it's the falling angel. 2 as 1, light as a feather. The 34 of becoming, the 54, which is the page of swords, earth angel, and the 10, which is the wheel of fortune or destiny, 3 to 1. The falling angels, an energetic exchange with the page of swords messengers destined to become earth angels, 3 to 1. Earth angels preparing the vortex, the tigers and lionesses with a message of soaring to 1. As the 21 is the world, but also it's the masculine and feminine, and 2, 1. As the 2 and 1 in 3, in mother's arms, open arms, the eagle's range of motion. So open arms journey is coming up from there too, right? So the journey. 1218 is the hanging man and the moon. The underlying energy is the solar dragon that watches the turtle who's slow and in the dark, who's waving others to go around them, as the whale is struggling here too, with the vulture, who are both aged here, or very heavy and dense, yet wise. So there's that energy of what I saw prior to in my meditation of my most ancient self. As the songbird calls out to them for a night in gale, 2 co-creating and protecting the vulnerable. At 1221 is the dragons, remotely, and the pairs on land and sea. So referencing the dragons, kind of like the starseed energy, remoting, and then the pairs of twins who are on the ground, on the land and the sea of the earth, doing the dirty work. As the little ones find their callings, the fish leap to the siren, the sweet song, the bluebird and the red alert. The tarantula and the starfish and the butterflies alike, all the little ones, hear the call of the wild, and the little kids that I just described as the wild ones. The place at the crossroads. Oh, and then I was just what did I write? Boundaries were coming up here, but really the place at the crossroads to go deep. But I'm also getting the image, this came up on Instagram yesterday, I forget the name of the Japanese bridge that looks like it goes to heaven. It's so steep. But that was coming up too. The hear of the call of the wild, and I'm getting boundless, not boundaries, but boundless, at the crossroads to go deep. Weak in the knees, transitioning, gaining their wings. Get out of your head and into your intuition, the in-twit connection, the T and T, the twin towers of you and I connection, to clearly speak to your heart. Practice your new wings. At 12, now I'm getting Paul McCartney and wings. So again, the Beatles are coming up in reference to the monkeys. So at 1221 is the Hanging Man and the 5 of Wands, which that 31 card in the Journey of Love is the Christ flame where he's being tortured kind of energy. And the 12, of course, is the Hanging Man. So there's his energy of the crucifixion of him on the cross. The first card here is the otter, who's very curious, pure and sweet, looking at the black egg of the throat chakra and how to speak to the hot-headed elk, birthing a new conversation and way of relating. The otter says overtime is blah. As the hyena, the sea serpent, the tiger, and camel, the hyena's looking for a way to sneak in. A break in the seal, and high seas was coming up. As sacred sacral emotions between the tiger and the camel, from source energy came L, perhaps a bit bloated and blue, but tiger got you. Again, the energies of conception and birth. Or Canadian Mel was also coming up as a plug from Mel Brand. To source him, use him. He keeps coming up as on the touring the mother's line. So he's like helping the divine feminine here. So he's coming up here again to source him, to use him. Call in Mel if you have a question. 1239 is the Hanging Man and the Knight of Cups. And again, there's that energy of Jesus being love, walking the earth, being love. The underlying energy of lovers reversed, walking away and within, dumping all burdens of injustice, of the King of Wands reversed, which in this deck is the shaman, but reversed, perhaps not so much, with Gemini and Libra both reversed, and a breakup here, with the King of Wands reversed, and the Two of Cups upright, 1 to 1, with the wounded warrior. And is that his his own self, the wounded warrior, or is that another fire sign that he's dealing with? And it's coming up really kind of his energy, but it could be another person. But the other fire signs are all upright, except for the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is reversed, and then Gemini and Libra reversed, a breakup here, as the King of Wands with 2 of Cups 1-1, with the wounded warrior on their last leg, guarding their territory, as or from, I guess, the Queen of Swords reversed, with the 10 of Pentacles, family, business, or community of wealth or abundance here, where the turtle was too slow to the punch as he's walking away, mumbling, who put that irresponsible animal in charge? So here now we have animal and beat drums. So there's that wild child again. Or crystals fully charged with the Ace of Wands, that flame. And here's that flame over here. Okay, the Ace of Wands in this deck is very powerful. Fully charged, Ace of Wands, the treasure that's inspiring, ignited to new heights with the Tower, or the Queen of Swords reversed, perhaps turned on by riches. So she could be, the Queen of Swords reversed could be coming up in a negative aspect, being turned on only by riches, not by love, and finding peace with the 10 of Pentacles, upright, family, business, or community, is away from overworking or things not working out, right? Wanting to be spoiled kind of energy. But being away from overworking, which is fine, or things not working out on a split or just one big lie, a need for clarity and withholding of or from the Queen of Wands reversed. So here's 2 queens both reversed, and the Magician reversed with the King of Pentacles reversed, or manipulative duo, or scary Gemini or Virgo guiding them, or over Aries here. So at 12:48 is the Hanging Man and the 8 of Cups of walking away within. There could be sorcery or trickery here, or a narcissist to the nth degree, right? Not just the typical narcissism, but a very intense narcissistic energy here, right? With the Magician reversed, it was coming up in this dark kind of energy here. Or and that doesn't have to be, it can be masculine or feminine here. The Queen of Wands reversed may be the scary one, and the King of Pentacles reversed may be depressed, or perhaps arrogant, or maybe he's an Aquarius or has Aquarius in his chart. As Leo is upright with strength or a pet that comes in, as the 9 of Cups is upright here in representing happiness with self, or somebody getting their wish or their way. And it was funny because right as I did that, Teddy came up, he was squeaking his toy. There could also be a service for 9 or some kind of formal dinner, perhaps underground in some kind of mausoleum type of energy, or pizza night, or new chef's kitchen, wine country, chalet, or the Knight of Wands upright, showing some leg. Released the 5 of Pentacles, or those without into the cold, or the lovers out in the cold together. But they have options with heaven in their eyes, right? They only need each other. Struggling with chains on how to escape. The 2 of Pentacles upright, of the juggling race. And the 2 of Pentacles can represent the daily grind, but also performing, entertaining, being the fool, right? With juggling and an eye on the prize, the ship coming in. But when they look, the ship that was coming in, that they assumed was coming in, has left. And it's Nordic or Viking, not what they expected, and Orient Express. Right, so Nordic, Viking, and Orient Express were all coming in here as what's leaving. Perhaps someone high on grass, or perhaps some Chinese, and maybe someone got high and had the munchies. And now I'm getting the munchies with the gremlins is coming up. And there's the wild children again, that's so funny, who didn't deliver. And now the 2 of Pentacles to the Page of Pentacles upright, who's now curious about the peacock, or the strange but interesting bird with a fiery side, and will stand up for them, to the Knight of Swords, Aquarius, or delivery or announcement that's coming in fast, or Capricorn stands up to Aquarius, or someone with a big mouth, or now calling the Empress reversed to tell them they're not coming, or a party or gathering is called off, or called out bad influences or partiers with the Empress reversed, who may be affecting them, and healing their heart with forgiveness or apology in a losing battle or conceding the fight to choose another path in need of sun and to hit the road perhaps, with Taurus and Leo reversed and Cancer upright, or ran into the Six of Wands reversed, Page of Wands reversed, in need of a ride, or this could be the one with a bad reputation you don't want to give a ride to, or all over the place energetically. This could just be a child or a pet. Again, there could be physical issues or control of energy issues, illness or just exhaustion from the energy coming in. And this is at 102, perhaps the masculine and the feminine both affected here. An issue at work or school or any place of co-creation with the Hierophant or seeing the principle, or religion, institution, Taurus, as the Queen of Pentacles reversed with the Page of Cups upright and the Knight of Cups reversed, who could be siblings, but water energy there, or Taurus with kids or pets and having a friend over or taking in a new pet or stray. With the Six of Cups upright, that loving, innocent energy, and the Nine of Pentacles upright of the Sovereign could be the kids that are happy with now happy and independent mother who may not have been happy before, or perhaps the kids have been left with a babysitter who doesn't tell on them. And then the Nine of Pentacles sovereign energy with inequity here, but she likes to balance or to clean, so she's fine with it. Or happy just with the kids and no need to share their time, money, and energy, or learn to manage, or they could be learning to manage their money here too, right? This could be someone who spends too much or too easily. Even though they may be sovereign and independent, they may not be if they keep spending that way. So the next card is the Five of Cups reversed and being over it, right? Getting over the loss, the emotions here, or disappointment, or not sharing to heal some kind of loss or regret from the past. As the Four of Wands was upright with the Moon reversed, which is Cancer reversed, a stable home, and waning to the new moon now, or getting up early, and the home life is good. The Page of Swords and King of Swords are both upright here. Perhaps the Page of Swords is showing off, and the King of Swords may be messaging, like with his glance, don't tempt me, because the kid's showing off, keeping their child in check or their pet. Or the King of Swords may be thinking about his intellectual past with 3 feathers in his cap. Perhaps he was seen as a know-it-all in his youth. As 112 is the Magician and the Hanging Man, right? The wise man, or self, advertising there as the know-it-all. With Death and Devil both reversed here, perhaps clingy or tired in detox, or tired of detoxing, or recalling an unnatural near-death experience, with the Queen of Cups reversed post-war within, or dealing with PTSD, and keeping cards close to their chest, not wanting to share, or they have limited resources, and so they may be worried someone might try to take something from them. Or a child who thinks they're a man, right? Speaking from a place of not having the experience. With their eye on the prize, the Holy Grail, saving for something or someone, perhaps Rapunzel, with the Nine of Swords, stressed or not sleeping or suffering in silence in a heated exchange in a 5D connection, or at rest or meditation, assessing worth of keeping to oneself and reaping rewards of keeping your energy clear or coming clean or cleaning up for the Emperor upright, or he's being sneaky here, losing patience with the Knight of Pentacles upright, and they're both upright, but the Knight of Pentacles was looking forward, but being pulled back into that fallen angel energy or loss of patience between the Emperor and the Knight of Pentacles. So again, being triggered by your kid or somebody, but both being in an upright place, right? No one has to be the bad guy here where you could lose patience with each other. Needing to complete the cycle or world turned upside down for the Hermit reversed, or one coming out or losing their mind, or Aries upright with Sag, Pisces, and Virgo all reversed, or a parent with dementia, ending an emotional cycle, or unhappy family, and the Fool is upright, free and taking a leap, tempted by the Holy Grail, by bliss, a secret passion in a twist of fate. The King of Cups upright here is happy and master of their emotions and unconditionally loving at 124, which is the Magician, and Omega, which is basically Magician embodiment. Very interesting. All right, so that's the first message, the message of the day. Now we're going to go to the read on the table. So it was Andre Ducombe that I was listening to. Oh, no, that was the other one. I've never listened to him before, so I listened to his interview with Teal Swan, which was very interesting because she was coming from kind of a dark place there, and she's not always. And it was titled Ancestral Healing in the Shadow Side, if you're interested. Okay. So the read on the table here. This is my 7-deck read. Okay, and I'm going to let you know the decks because I haven't done this in a long time. So people who have not been on my channel before may not be familiar. But we have the main deck is the SIRIAN Starseed deck, the big cards. We have the Rider-Waite Mini as the clarifiers on top. We have the Gilded Tarot over here. We have the Universal Golden Tarot here. We have Romance Angels here. We have the Numerology deck here. And did I get them all? I think, oh, and the Tarot of Sexual Magic right here, right? So those are all the underlying energies I showed you, and they're all being used in the deck. You see the Tarot of Sexual Magic up there, and the Universal Golden's in there too, okay? So you have 7 decks here, and we'll pull Oracle cards at the end as well. And by the way, the Lovers and the Two of Cups are in the center here, both upright, which rarely happens. And the read starts in the underlying energy with the Lovers card, okay? And we have the Two of Cups big card right here. So there is this energy of twin flame energy with the Lovers and the Two of Cups. So let's see where this takes us. Oh, and I want to tell you too, so yesterday there were like 6 fire trucks on my street. Everything's fine. But of course, Teddy loved the action of seeing all the fire trucks coming down the street. So, and they were literally, I called my neighbor who I'm good friends with at the end of the street because I was worried because the trucks were more down her way. And it ended up being the house exactly midpoint between my house and her house that was affected. But everything was good. Everything ended up all right. But, you know, some excitement around the street yesterday. So, and then the word sirens is coming up again. So referencing the sirens in Greek mythology. So this deck was cut at 626. So there's 26 coming up again, the Page of Wands. And Newton's Cradle. And I think that came up here. If not, I'll have to go back and see. Because Newton was coming up as the new ton. All right, so I finished clarifying at 655, which is the Lovers and the Ace of Swords, Excalibur, the truth. So going from the Page of Wands to the Ace of Swords. And the major arcana here, and again, this is very focused on the physical union of the twin flames. The major arcana here is the Star, the Ascension card, which is the World, and the Higher Self, which is the High Priestess. And the Lovers, like I told you, is in the underlying energy. After the read, the extra cards I pulled is the Karma, which is Judgment, the Chariot, and Reason, which is the Emperor. There are 3 wands, 1 pentacle, 1 sword, and 3 cups. So 3113 is coming up, which is the energy of chaos and control, of life and death, right? 31 is also the 5 of Wands, and 13 is the Death card. Right, so the energy of the crowd and chaos, along with the Death card of control. The Knight of Pentacles, and that represents order as well. But the Knight of Pentacles is the Court card, along with the Page of Wands in the read. And then the King of Cups comes up over here, reversed. And prior to the read, the Page of Cups was reversed. So you have the King of Cups reversed over here and the Page of Cups reversed over there. So there could be an issue between father and child, or that they're very much alike and they both might have an addiction there. As far as the numbers, we had 555s and 777s. 555 has been coming up a lot this week, and 777, I just brought it up to you several times in this read. So the 3 keys, the 777 of 21, the energy of the 7 of the Chariot. I'm just getting Saint Elmo's fires coming up, and again, Wild Child. That's who's coming up. What's his name? You know who I'm talking about, the cute one. I'm blanking out on his name. But anyway, Saint Elmo's fires coming up here. So 777s and the 555s. There's energy of big change with the 555s, but completion at the same time with the 777s and 21. We had 11, 22, and 33 also come up of the 1, 2, 3 leap. The 11, which is justice, 22 of the Fool, and that leap of faith. 22 for me is also the 5D station, and then 33 being the Christ consciousness and the 4D bridge. So 1, 2, 3 leap. We have the 34 of the 8 of Wands, 45 of the 5 of Cups, which is the year that Mickey Dolenz was born, March 8th. 5, 6, 7 is representing made in heaven, but the 5, 6, 7, 5D, 60, 70 could be coming into play more now as we're increasing our ability to navigate different dimensions. And then 78 came up, which is the 10 of Pentacles, which represents the ultimate, so to speak, family that incorporates all 4 suits into it. So it includes the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Wands, getting to the 10 of Pentacles, right? That pinnacle heaven on earth type of energy. And then we have 810, which is 0 backing up the 81, and 81 in the Divine Triangle numerology book is the end point, basically where you're then free to choose after that age, right? 9 times 9. So the code line here from the cards comes, the number that came up from that was 15. Again, the 555 of the devil, the shadow, from 5 and 10, which is the Hierophant and the Wheel of Fortune. And the Hierophant in alchemy is the master of the hidden realms, right? Destined to go within, to see the shadow, the parts of yourself you don't like, in order to learn to love them. So the way the code line came out was a sudden event, perhaps a twin flame timeout, and a second sudden event perhaps with the egg on the path of the adept, right? So the egg is the new birth on the path of the adept, for alchemy. And of course, seeing the key of the high 5, and again, the energy of DNA is coming up here, the high 5 of flames, of conflict and chaos, and fire, the high road of emotional fulfillment, right? And in order to get to emotional fulfillment, you have to go through the fire, so to speak. And it's 5:14 on the clock. And I finished this read today at 3:14, and now it's 5:14. 3:14, of course, is pi, and that's an Einstein reference. So the second message that came across was the sea that reflects source. All right, so the energy of Mother Earth's emotions reflects source's emotions. Seeing the lowercase I, which for me is the chakra system, as the path of after-death test or Christ consciousness, Jacob's ladder, through the waves of flames on the high road of the 10 of Cups, right? Working your way to emotional fulfillment, emotional heaven on earth, the happiness of fulfillment. Sophia's temple, which is a fort here, a sudden no, perhaps. And again, it's the I is coming up like me. No, it's all about me. The saint, the adept of Christ, seeking the temple on high, the Christ flame of the high road in conflict, in the crowd, or dealing with family emotional fulfillment, right? Being willing, Christ is the energy of willing to sacrifice himself for the greater good, for the whole, right? The father sacrificing himself for the family. But that's not okay, because then they're not stepping into their empowerment, right? It's disempowering to them. It's not that the father can't love and protect their family, but not be the savior of their family. Okay, they need to learn to save themselves. So we start here with the star reversed on top here. And beneath that is the Lovers from the bottom up, the Lovers and the Seven of Pentacles reversed, the Ace of Pentacles upright, the Seven of Swords reversed, the Five of Pentacles reversed, the Two of Pentacles upright, the Page of Cups reversed, and the Eight of Cups upright. The Lovers invest in a new life, done stretching for now, recovering to dance and surrender to all that is, completely vulnerable, walking away from old emotions to go within, a need to heal, dream, and shine their light. With the Empress upright, takes a walk into that good night. As the Page of Wands is upright and excited, be still my heart, the Page of Wands says. As the King of Wands reversed may be depressed, but the worst is over with drama or after a sudden event. Glued to the ceiling, unable to get through, afraid to be stuck with those resisting the change. Again, so someone's worried about being on the wrong side of the split, right, as the Y gets wider. Or this could be a leak in the ceiling as well, or fire alarms that went off causing the sprinklers to turn on. At 8:50, which is the dance of the Ten of Cups, of emotional fulfillment, of achieving that, the underlying energies of romance angels was getting to know each other, getting to know you, getting to know all about you. So Julie Andrews is coming up. And again, the image of that perfect family. But remember, he had lost his wife. So here he is with his babysitter, so to speak, right? His nanny. And then release your ex is coming up here, right? Releasing the old feelings that you left behind. As the Queen of Swords reversed is with the King of Pentacles reversed, and the High Priestess is there with bubble blowers, right? So this is more of a dark kind of energy over here of the High Priestess. With bubble blowers, which was really funny because I'd seen on a show somebody using bubble blowers yesterday. But perhaps looking to feng shui the place with the Knight of Pentacles reversed, a not so friendly get-together perhaps, with the Empress with the keys, but children depressed, or the Empress is with the King of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, which could both be their children. This also could be a child and their child, or 3 generations. And the Queen of Swords reversed and sister. So there could be, you know, coming together with family or something there. Or sees part for the Empress. The Empress with the King of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles both reversed. With the Queen of Swords reversed and sister. And sees apart for the, I don't know if that's what I meant to write, for the Empress. The Queen of Swords reversed is done with a military past, or the King of Pentacles done chasing girls, and Dark Priestess with big feet and ankle bells doing spell work with familiar, or only 2 tickets left with someone here done with sweet tweets and done with grounding and integrating. Rock, paper, scissors, perhaps to see who gets to do it, or coins and magnets at the gate, or done dealing with a realtor with low cleavage, or friend who refuses to cut your hair, or showing the Knight of Pentacles reverse where to go, or where cats and birds can go, perhaps at an event, or perhaps showing a house, perhaps a surprise or party or psychic gathering here, with depression and drama for those resistance to do the work. Forgiveness comes up with 96 and 87 synchronicities, and issues at work, an energetic exchange, release, while laying all cards on the table for someone. The Fool free from subconscious trust issues, or free to get up early and go to bed early, perhaps with somebody else not there. At 9:12 is the Hermit and the Hanging Man. There could also be this energy of bridging signs all night, or cracking codes, so to speak, or to sleep focusing on the heart healing or 5D connection, with rest, sleep, meditation, with protection at bedside, and that you can take multiple ways. Depressed about drama, present or depressed about a gift, or resistant to sudden change. as the Knight of Pentacles reversed, which is that stubborn energy, with signs of forgiveness, with Gemini upright, Taurus and Aries upright, Aquarius, Cancer, and Scorpio reversed, the High Priestess with the Queen of Swords reversed and the Knight of Pentacles reversed, perhaps the Page of Cups reversed, with dysfunctional family offering them a project or growth or a passionate push right there, to peaceful situation or travel, seeing the sights, in energetic exchange with Capricorn, temptation, or the devil waving, pleasant dreams in flow with Capricorn, offering a passionate opportunity, with the Dark Knight or Scorpion stressed out, taking a leap, the Fool free with the Ten of Pentacles reversed here, family, business, or community, some kind of dysfunction or loss here, or a big purchase, perhaps an expensive trip, to relax, to heal, a retreat or spa, as the foundation is the Knight of Pentacles reversed, in a marriage, religion, or establishment, or perhaps is a Taurus, with the weight of the world in losing battle to start over and implement a plan or make an investment. The central energy is the Ascension card, the world upright, complete, whole, coming full circle, Pisces or Divine Feminine coming clean or cleaning up for one-to-one to offer the Queen of Wands perhaps a new life or partnership, with the Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles upright, and the King of Swords reversed, who may be being replaced by the Knight of Wands upright. Divine lovers are upright here, challenged by the Five of Wands reversed, and ending conflict or keeping to self, perhaps in the car with the Queen of Swords reversed and Queen of Cups reversed. And that could be a car, finishing a trip, or also issues with your car, perhaps getting your car fixed. Even two people might be getting, and this could be two, daughters who want the car or want the car fixed. So maybe some challenges with that, a losing battle or a sore loser here. Ending conflict, keeping to self without a choice but to face fears in a break, with the Queen of Swords reversed and the Queen of Cups reversed, and the Emperor reversed. Moving and keeping to themselves, or that the Emperor could be saying to them, that's that, and there's no changing their mind. Or the Emperor may be going for something simpler here. Maybe they're looking to retire, looking for something more modest, or destabilized by an accident. At 9:54, which is the Hermit and the Page of Swords. And again, that energy of the messengers here. And now crowning here is the Two of Cups upright in a wake up to what's not working, with the Knight of Swords reversed, who may be either holding their tongue or lashing out night and day, finding peace away from recovering, or others who may be recovering from injury or illness. The Two of Cups is upright though here, which can represent a partnership, with the Tower upright, Page of Swords, the Death card reversed, and the Ace of Cups upright, or the Holy Grail. As the day shifted right here, the sudden event of the Page of Swords message, clinging to the Holy Grail, or new love in the 5D connection, with Scorpio energy both upright and reversed here in this section. The Two of Cups, one-to-one with Patient Angel, strong without Hermit's guidance, or holding on, resisting the call of the Knight of Cups upright and Page of Cups reversed, which can be two water sign siblings, or this energy of a rejection. And this could also be an infant crying too, right? That could be a spoiled child or a very shy and withdrawn child, the Page of Cups reversed. But it's very immature emotions there with their own inner war. So this energy of the Knight of Cups being happy, but the Page of Cups perhaps has their own inner war to face. With the King of Swords reversed. Maybe they need to face their father who's not going to be pleased with them. Maybe they got in an accident, messed up the car. We have Aquarius perhaps pissed off, maybe negative or yelling or verbally abusive night and day, or overworked with constant calls. Depressed Knight of Pentacles reversed finds peace ascending to the Two of Cups in that one-to-one connection, with Aquarius reversed and Pisces upright here, challenged by ending conflict or challenged by losing. Someone doesn't like to lose. In a partnership, being patient and strong, coming out about protecting self by projecting one's calling or high vibration, being love and completely vulnerable to receive love, or the Knight of Cups offering love and the King of Swords reversed is rejecting it, or maybe they feel that way at 9:49, which is the Hermit, and someone getting their wish or not getting their wish. So soon coming up here is the Three of Wands, here, upright. Perhaps distributing gifts, present and sharing, or what little is left the Emperor reversed has to give, or maybe he's keeping his cards close about what he does have, right? So the kids don't get any ideas. Present in sorting out issues at work or school with the Queen of Cups reversed, and justice or truth and balance. That could be Libra energy there with Aries reversed. So activating the north and south nodes to balance themselves. Lovers could be protecting their energy from the Emperor reversed if he's in a negative energy there, right? He could be abusing his power. Or the powers that be that may try to thwart their efforts, destabilize, push them into fear, break down the Queen of Swords reversed and the Queen of Cups reversed, and the High Priestess or higher self, those of justice, truth, and balance, trying to push them down. The King of Cups and the Queen of Cups are both reversed and may be dissatisfied and or being arrogant, or neither is happy in getting their wish in court or with a judge or perhaps a Libra. This could be mediation as well. Unhappy at mediation, trying to prove their points or to recover in a practical way, and take work issues or money at work into consideration. With the Queen of Swords and Knight of Pentacles both reversed in an effort to resolve conflict or energy issues, may have started again investing in a commitment, the Hierophant, the master of the hidden realms, in a need for help to heal or be whole again. The challenge being harsh energies present, as the twin flames are seeing themselves as the Page of Wands, upright, at 10:01 this morning. I wanted to bring that up too yesterday. Yesterday I banged into the table and hurt my left pinky nail. I didn't hurt my finger, but you know how much that hurts when you jam your fingernail into something. And today, my right pinky nail jammed into something. And then they were reminding me that, when someone's having a heart attack, to bite your pinky. So I'm bringing that up again because it's coming up again here. So again, somebody could be dealing with avoiding a heart attack here or heart issues physically. The twin flame here is the Page of Wands, which there could be a reference of the divine feminine inspiring the divine masculine, or the world, the neighbor, Pisces, divine feminine, being whole and complete, with the Four of Swords 5D connection, with the Knight of Cups offering love to the wounded warrior who's on guard and defensive. A wake-up call or an alarm goes off for the Knight of Cups to give love to the Page of Cups reversed, or the wounded warrior to be wise and hang out and see a new way. And then feeling badly for being the wounded warrior, right? Being in that victim mentality or guarded, and that could just be someone grumpy in the morning. Being wise to see another way, and then feeling badly for the way they treated them. And then the Knight of Cups, or the other person, seeing their anger that comes from a place of being hurt or sad. And then they can be the Six of Cups again, loving and kind, innocent children or inner children here. Getting plenty of rest to be the Page of Wands upright and cheery in the morning, and inspired to be love for others, feeling sad or defensive or grumpy because they woke using an alarm was coming up this morning too, right? Which is triggering of trauma, instead of waking up naturally or perhaps with music instead. What was coming up with the numerology cards was let go of your control issues, love yourself first, and calling in your soulmate with prayer and visualization. Pisces perhaps, and or Capricorn and fiery Knight of Pentacles reversed. Around the twins, or how they're seen, is the higher self, opening up a page in the halls of Amenti about a nightmare, suffering in silence, or being stressed out, like what in your past is triggering these things. And then a patient, right? So being a patient as in someone sick, or being patient with all of it. Receiving, loving, by standing up to the King of Pentacles reverse. So again, loving yourself and allowing yourself to receive by standing up to the King of Pentacles reverse, to then maybe trigger them to heal their own wounds. Perhaps the King of Pentacles reverse doesn't believe in angels and resisted the love of their higher self because they associate that with angels or something they didn't believe in, right? So this is coming up as the block, especially for the masculine energy here, or the King of Pentacles reversed, regarding impatience or being patient. The block is the Seven of Cups upright, of heavens and dreams, and not believing they're real. The challenge being the Five of Wands reversed, and blocked by the Seven of Cups upright, which insinuates a need for group conflict in order to experience dumping emotional attachments, or to help choose the one and weed out the others if you can't decide on your own. And that was at 1019, which is the Wheel of Fortune and the Sun. Using others to trigger the subconscious wounds, so then you can see them, because you're not aware of them, to bring them up so you can consciously see them, and then you can release, right? So anything that's stuck in your subconscious that you're not able to see, someone triggers you so that you can see that, because that energy goes out to them and triggers them to come in and face you, is showing you what's in your subconscious so that you can see it and then let go. And that's all there is to it. With death, change, or dark night, heading to the Queen of Wands upright in a twist of fate is a block, because you think you'll be forced to choose only one thing that you love and be forced to give up everything else. But the fact is, if you draw them in, they are resonating with all of you. The Ten of Cups is reversed here and ending a cycle overdue, with unhappy family or group influencing you in a negative way, or a split, a divide of lovers who are self-satisfied. Being strong, healing the heart to free themselves from losing their mind, or to come out of isolation with the Ten of Cups reversed, to be free from the King of Cups reversed and their anxiety, imprisonment, in order to come together in joy with the Nine of Pentacles, Magician, or the Nine of Pentacles Sovereign, who's manifesting, Magician embodiment, and to come together and dance together. There's no choice when the devil waves, with the Ten of Pentacles reversed coming clean about things not working out, or closing the distance gap and being offered a new life. A home run, perhaps, with sudden event, epiphany, or mind-blowing sex, with third party through work, or a place of co-creation. With the Ten of Cups reversed, there's an end to this unhappy cycle, to come together in joy. To visit with the King of Cups reversed, perhaps, aggressive karmic or Aquarius, broken and or without car. And the Emperor reversed with a new passion within, with the third party Queen of Pentacles upright, who's fair and grounded and strong, but perhaps, keeping a stiff upper lip. With the King of Wands reversed, wounded warrior with an invite or opportunity, or the Page of Pentacles is a curious child to get up early without giving self a choice for a fresh start each day, and the Starseed being knocked for a loop, curious about deceptions or subconscious energies being shown to us without a choice, or when we're unable to do it for ourselves or unable to implement a path, knocked on the head in order to wake up and inspire you at 1034, which is the wheel and the energetic exchange of the Eight of Wands. So at 227 today is the Higher Self, High Priestess, Divine Feminine, and the 27 of the Ace of Wands, which also for me is the Queen's Gambit and Vesica Pisces. The lovers are upright here with the Divine Feminine's heart in the E Tower, that in the temple offering the gold coin to come clean, to get clean, to purify and recover out of exile, injury, or illness or loss, holding up a message or messages for the hermit to come out of the Mary Magdalene cave and surrender to all that is. The Page of Cups reversed, rejection, vulnerability, hurt feelings, crying like a baby, and walking away from an emotional investment to go within. 1 down, 8 to go. The need to heal, the Knight of Pentacles reversed, who may be feeling stuck or hung up on something, and the Page of Wands upright, higher self, to inspire and bring peace and wholeness. Ascend, challenged by the Five of Wands reversed issue, with losing, ending conflict, a star that's dimmed their light due to too many people, energies, or choices, options, synchronicities everywhere, and present to their flame. Number 3, with heaven in your eyes, spiraling up, 1-to-1, seeing third eye to eye, face to face, to end the cycle of the Ten of Cups reversed with grace. at 237, the higher self and unconditional love. To come together in joy, in a visit, a move, with no stability, or the party's over, with the King of Cups reversed, conditions for something, or conditions of love, or perhaps his own issues, with the frog stretching to become a prince, to protect and defend and wake up the dead, the car in the shop, or break with no reason, the Emperor reversed being unreasonable, or after a fight not talking. Perhaps the Page of Cups reversed and the Knight of Pentacles reversed are connecting one-to-one with the King of Cups reversed, and inspired by the Page of Wands and higher self, or twins. Perhaps the Page of Cups reversed walked away depressed from their Knight of Pentacles reversed, who's inspired by his higher self, or her higher self, to make peace and ascend, challenged by conflict and present to other choices. For the Two of Cups, partners or one-to-one who don't need the Ten of Cups reversed, but just 3 cups to be happy. If they need to move the Emperor reversed after a break, perhaps then they'll be inspired to be happy with themselves, with a formal dinner, perhaps retirement, and or issues at work, with the Queen of Pentacles trying to be just and birthing through the Ring of Fire, being strong and standing up to the King of Wands reverse wounded warrior, perhaps, playing the victim card, perhaps who's biting their head off. After the Two of Cups partners are offered, perhaps this partners or couple offered to pay the Queen of Wands to take care of the Page of Swords and Page of Pentacles, children perhaps, or pets, and the King of Swords reversed, who could be a parent who's not doing well, or paying them under the table to do this, until the Knight of Wands rushes in. Perhaps this is until they get off duty and come home, or this is someone who's a backup in case the babysitter needs to call, or available in an emergency. As the King of Wands reversed is depressed or needs to heal an injury or post-surgery, as the Page of Pentacles is inspired to get up early and make money with a choice and needing to choose a path and be free at last, or twin flame incoming. Free from the Hermit reversed, the Ten of Cups reversed, and the King of Cups reversed, or a crazy family, or a parent with Alzheimer's in a facility, and their hands are tied in order to have joy, with the Nine of Pentacles Sovereign and Magician, to juggle, perform, work together on something fun at 305, which is the Empress and the Hierophant. So the lovers, or that could be Gemini as well, coming out or decided what to invest their time, money, and effort in, and make a big offer, the Ace of Pentacles, to clear the air and get the Hermit out of the Mary Magdalene cave, and surrender to juggle, and will cry like a baby and walk away if they're rejected, and be depressed, or to do more, or they'll realize they need to do more healing of self in order to find peace. Travel, meditation, rest, focusing on the heart, as the Knight of Pentacles reversed is coming full circle in a losing battle of the Two of Cups, and the Page of Wands, who's present to their flame, 2 + 1, the higher self and the stairway to heaven, lined with things you love, and letting go of the Ten of Cups reversed for the 3 of Cups, and move the King of Cups reversed where he may feel inspired or imprisoned, but will grow. And the family will visit them and call on break without a reason to inspire, igniting the flame. Perhaps there's an honoring or going away, a retirement work party that the Queen of Pentacles may be begrudgingly willing to pay for justice and strength to make a breakthrough, with the King of Wands reversed wounded warrior, curious to work on their subconscious without a choice if he wants to be free and leap. And that was at 314. So then again, Pi and Einstein come up with the 314 there. And the energy of the Pi symbol, right, the circle with the line down the middle, has to do with equal shares. So let's pull from Journey of Love to close this up for you guys. And there's definitely an energy of twin flames coming together. I'm not saying all twin flames are coming together right here, but there is physical union energy at the end of this read. And my cards rarely have any absolute energies around that, right? Okay, so for the best and highest good of all those concerned from the Journey of Love, what is our closing statement here? So somebody's in court, right? somebody's in court. We have judgment, and I just said that again. Excuse me. All right, so what is your final energy here? For the best and highest good of all those concerned, what are we walking away with? The heart of God, number 9. And again, the hermit energy of the one and all, of endings and compassion, and opening up the heart, right, to the heart of God. Especially for those who don't believe in God, you don't have to use the word God. It's opening up to source energy of the universe, of love, of creator, whatever you want to call it, right? Those, if you don't believe in certain words or terms, then don't use them. Do what resonates with you. Just because it's right for someone else doesn't mean it's right for you. And then we have the ancient ones of the 52, which is the Queen of Swords, taking in all the light, right, which can be challenging at times, right? Straight from the source here, the heart of God, the Hermit to the Queen of Swords here, receiving the light, source direct. And again, the ancient ones came up in the beginning when I did my meditation, right? Seeing my most ancient self. The underlying energy here of ethereal touch, the 27, which is today's date. And again, that energy of being light as a feather with the Ace of Wands, right? The Midas touch I'm getting, right, with your passions, learning how to temper your passion. And here's the King of Wands and the breaking of him. Okay, the 65 is the King of not the King of Wands, the King of Pentacles, all right, who's right here reversed. This is the breaking of him. When he crashes in, she arches up and he falls, the angel falling on her as she bridges, right? She leaps up and he falls. And then this is the crashing, the breaking into etheric touch, the Ace of Wands. So we're going, that's the underlying energy. So that's past already. And we're going to read to you the heart of God, and we'll see how long it goes, and then get into the ancient ones, since that's, you know, that energy of Lady Liberty there too. And she's been coming up a lot recently too. So the heart of God says, you're a part of something profound, a divine calling and privilege. It is the role of the inspiratrix or inspirator upon this earth, the women and men who have hearts capable of bliss. Bliss is what we feel when we let God in. The heart opens and we cannot speak for the sensation of it. It cannot be described. Great hearts can tolerate mystery. They can bear the enormity of divine bliss, beyond analysis and description, and simply be. You don't have to do anything with it, you see. To be the inspiration is to have a heart open to the divine. It's a life calling. Your heart's an inspirational force to be loved, recognized, and protected for the precious catalyst of divine awakening that it is. Be led by your heart. God is in it, speaking through it, calling you forth to love, and the love that flows through your heart filters out through your toes, dripping on those beneath you as stars falling from heaven. This oracle holds a message for you direct from source, direct from the divine. You have a sacred purpose to fulfill upon this earth, and it's all sorted out. This situation, this issue, this awakening that you seek and are living even now is held lovingly in the hands of divine creator. The creator says to you, leave it with me. It's all unfolding in perfection. I am alive in your heart. I am your heart. And the poem reads, when souls are touched with love sublime and hearts unleashed, the wonder found, a promise made somewhere in time of words that speak without a sound. In gratitude we transcend space and bless the gifts we now can keep of thoughts caress and soft embrace and eyes allowed to joy and weep. The moment's song that we compose will leave this life with no regret and carry forth what we impose to chart again a course once set. For what we have is ours to own, each breath a step we measure sweet. Together now we wait alone and walk in peace, our hearts complete. So I am going to read you the ancient ones as well, the 52. All right. Your spiritual growth is now acknowledged and witnessed by the heavenly ones that see beyond time and space into the reality of your soul. Do not lose heart if your spirituality is not fully acknowledged, understood, or appreciated by those around you in the physical world as yet. Though they may love you, it is most likely that their vision is still bound by time and space, and they cannot see into the very real gains that you've made in the subtle worlds, where all true spiritual growth begins. So the ancient ones reach out to you and bring this message. We see you, beloved. We honor your growth. It is real, it is palpable, and soon it will manifest fully in the physical world, with breathtaking beauty,
We honor your light. Namaste. This oracle brings guidance that you have taken a leap in personal growth. If you're still testing it in the physical world, trying to translate your inner changes into outer experiences, take heed. It's only a matter of time before you see reflected back to you in your physical world what you have become within. And you will see it mirrored back to you in the eyes of those around you in sacred relationship too. Here's wishing you some sunshine the day after the rain. Here's a hug of understanding when life seems filled with pain. Here's knowing that emotion, like wind, blows many ways, and our course will seem more certain with the dawn of each new day. Rise and be loved. See you next time.